Um, where do I even fucking start with this? All right. Uh, August 23rd. It was a Saturday,
Mhm.
and I was trying to host an event, which was essentially a caravan, um, where we would go to different towns and set up shop. Me and several other businesses, and we came to Blackwater and we set up, and the town was basically empty, but Mr. Mac showed up, and he came over and he bought some things, and then told me that he wanted to basically have a brief chat with me. And so I said,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
He then proceeds to tell me that he intends to crash the cocaine and opium markets. And
What?
yes,
Wait,
he
why the fuck didn't
intends.
he say anything about this to me?
This was before you came back.
Jesus Christ. Crash the markets. What the fuck's he even mean by that?
He has a lot of product and he wants to sell it for dirt cheap. His goal is to get cocaine down to $50 a bump, and he didn't tell me how much he was planning on doing opium for, but potentially even cheaper than it already is.
Jesus Christ. I mean, barring the obvious problem there, what the fuck is he thinking? Is opium... Oh my God. All right, I'm about to say a lot of stuff to you. I don't know how much of it you know, Polli, and how much you don't know. But stop me if you've got questions, all right? The stuff that you probably know. The opium market, obviously, fucking Wicked Gang is an issue with that. Sure, they haven't been around, but from what I'm hearing, they're shooting up Van Horn now. That's what I've been hearing.
Wait, what? When did that happen?
I heard they shot up Van Horn last week because they came back and saw people living in their places. Went off about it, shot up Miss Sunday and a few other people. This is what I was told.
Okay, I didn't hear that shit.
So not only are they back, they're already getting fucking violent. Now, my theory is they're going to get a foothold back in Van Horn, get their home back, and then they're going to start attending to all of their matters in order. I assume the East will get it first, and then they'll slowly make their way back out here to Blackwater to continue what they were trying to do with opium. That's my guess. I am a little concerned about that, obviously, but it is what it is. Now, the opium market, as far as the West is concerned, is controlled by the fucking Olvidados, which Mac is very close with them. He's the one who introduced me to the guy who regulates opium out West. He was the one who was giving a whole bunch of shit to Wicked Gang. He was the one that you and Pearly got into the hot water with when Gemma went and told Wicked Gang all that stuff. Because he's the one who rode out to Van Horn. So what the fuck is Mac thinking? Because not only would that be... Obviously, I wasn't around, so it is what it is, as far as I go. But his buddies in the Olvidados, he's going to create a problem with, unless he's doing it with their blessing. But that don't make no sense to me, why they would want to drive prices down.
So, like I said, this is unless you have more, I have a lot of information to lay down on you. And a lot of this happened within this past week.
Jesus. Well, here's the last thing, and this is the part that you might not know. I don't know if I ever told you where we were getting our cocaine from. And I normally would never speak about this. But what you're telling me here is extremely concerning. Extremely concerning. And puts everybody here in Blackwater in a funny position. If he is looking to drive the price of cocaine down, does he know who currently regulates the price of cocaine?
Yes, the Genzos, because we get our coke from them. Yes, I remember.
That's where we get ours from. And I have had many meetings with them about the price of cocaine. It is non-negotiable in their eyes. I have tried my hardest to get them to come down to even $100. They won't. They will absolutely under no circumstance. I called in every fucking favor I could to try to get it brought down. They will not. So we sell it at the price that they approved. What is he doing? He has to know this. Mac is a connected guy. He knows what he's doing. Why the fuck is this a fight he'd pick?
So again, this was August 23rd, right?
Quite some time ago.
Yes. And I tell him, like, oh, you sure you want to be crashing the markets? I ask him why he's doing that in the first place. And he says, and verbatim, because I am rich and because I'm bored.
I mean, nothing speaks to Mac more than that, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah.
because also, he, in a completely separate conversation with some other folks, he basically confirmed to us that he has hit 6 figures in his fucking bank account.
Jesus.
He has so much fucking money, and it's just sitting there, and he doesn't know what to do with it.
Okay.
Yeah, going back to this conversation I had with him, I tell him, well, okay, well, ain't crashing the markets, a bit dangerous, because there's certain people who, want to keep things certain prices. And he said, and I said, like, especially cocaine. He's like, what, are you talking about the DiCenzos? And I'm like, well,
Jesus.
yeah, I know they dabble in that, and they probably wouldn't be too happy if the price comes down. And he basically says, well, they won't be angry if I just buy them out. Basically saying that he could pay them enough cash so that they would be fine with the tanking of that price.
Unfortunately for him, that is not how it works.
Yeah, I figured. But at that point in that conversation, I said, okay, well, good luck to you with that. You do you, right? And we continued, we talked about other things. And then I sat on that information.
Yeah.
Because I was pretty sure that he was testing to see if I was an informant for the DiCenzos.
Smart
and if I
man,
went running
Polli.
straight to them, if I went running straight to them, talking about, you guys could make money by, doing this, that, and the other with Mac, and, he's trying to tank the price, just basically, if it went straight to them and they found it right away, that would implicate me, and that could make some things complicated. Because I do try to keep myself as separate from the DiCenzos as possible. Their reputation is not good.
I'll tell you, as a business owner, best thing you can do is exactly what you did. Try to stay as neutral as you can. If you do get valuable information, sure. But that's smart of you to think that it was a test.
Yeah. But I was waiting to see if anything would come of it. If I could hear from anyone else in Blackwater of certain prices dropping or, something. So that way, I do like the DiCenzo folks, I was slightly, through your friendship and Mr. Pearlie's friendship with them, I'd like to, keep them on their good side. So I was going to wait and see if I could actually be able to confirm this potential crashing of the market and then bring that information to them. And that way, if someone else was dealing in that sort of thing, there's plausible deniability it might not have come from me, if Mr. Mac heard back about that.
Right.
So, last week, I believe. I think it was last week. Either that or the start of this week. Don't remember. More recently, within the week. Within probably 7 to 14 days. I get a telegram from Mr. Santino requesting to have a conversation with me. And that I should be discreet when going to meet them. And basically not let anyone know that we were meeting. I was like,
interesting. Okay.
So they gave me the location.
It's rarely a good thing.
Yeah, no, I was a bit nervous.
Yeah.
But they gave me the location, and it's over at Flatneck Station. And so I head over there, and there's a bunch of people inside, and we make a little bit of small talk at the start, but then we get to the meat and potatoes of the conversation, and Mr. Santino, he tells me that he had heard rumors of Mr. Mac attempting to tank the price of cocaine. And he wanted me to basically ask around or, keep an ear out or collect certain information as to this happening so that they'll be able to confirm that. So, it seems like I did not have need to ask around for that confirmation for myself, so I basically told them, what happened on the 23rd and said, yeah, it's confirmed then. If you heard it from someone else, then you're also hearing it from me. This has happened.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, well, thank you for that information. We'll digest this and come up with a course of action. And so, be careful out there in Blackwood. I was like, all right, fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, just in case it was a thought in your head, it was not me who said anything to them, because I haven't heard anything like that from Mac. And to be honest with you, I haven't actually heard from the family since being back, really.
about that.
Yeah.
Mr. Santino is angry at you that you've not sent him a telegram or made a call on him. So you should probably do that before
Was he?
it gets even more. Yes.
Oh shit! I was surprised I haven't heard from them. Now I will say I did speak in person with Kit and also Mr. Solano. So I thought they knew I was out and about, but I thought maybe they just haven't mentioned
you
it.
didn't make a formal, fucking reintroduction of yourself. I mean, you didn't even fucking telegram me that you were back around.
Yeah, well, I will say, Polli, that was I was only back around out of my apartment for about 15 minutes before I saw you. I was gonna telegram you.
But you should do that, and make sure
Yeah.
things are clear there.
Yeah, you know what? I will. I thank you for telling me that.